This is my 2020 KTM 300 XCW TPI. Just wanted to share the build that I did. I'll preface this by saying that everything I did to this bike and added onto it was for longevity and protective purposes, excluding maybe the graphics. That's obviously for bling, but I put very few things, if any, on here for just pure bling. I do a lot of hard enduro tech riding, so I'm in the rocks a lot, so I try to make my bike as brake proof as possible, especially when you're out in the field. When I first got this bike, I tore everything down to access all the bearings that need to be greased and made sure there's plenty of grease in all those areas, like the axles, wheel bearings, the steering stem bearings, swing arm. Those are the few that come to mind. I also accessed every single electrical connection and made sure that I dielectric greased all those for corrosion protection and conductivity. And I accessed every accessible bolt and or nut on the bike, excluding, getting down into the motor, to make sure that I either Loctited, anti-seized, or assembly lubed them for longevity purposes and obviously torque values. The next thing I did was take the wheels off one at a time and retorque all the spokes. As most people know, they're very loose, tend to be from the factory, and I'll retorque them after I do my first couple rides. Retorque those and then retrude the rims after I retorqued the spokes for trueness. And then I also balanced the rims, or the wheel sets, front and rear. As you know, almost all the off-road bikes, even brand new from the factory showroom floor, are not balanced, and you're going down the road, usually like high second gear or third gear and above, and you start getting that wheel hop, which I dislike. I just want it to be smooth for those times that I am on the road, like on transfer sections, getting out to where I ride and whatnot. And plus, not that you're ever supposed to run mooses on high speed, long distance, multiple hour stuff, but if you were ever to do that, that constant pounding in the same area of that moose will actually destroy it. And this is another reason to, make sure your wheels are balanced. I balanced them using the Nomar spoke weights and got them balanced. So starting from the front of the bike, working back from what I can remember, I added the Cherubies lower fork tube plastic protectors just for banging and dinging on the rocks. Working up, got the Tugger pull strap, front and rear. Then I swapped out the stock headlight for a Baja Designs XL80, mounted in the Moto-minded mounting assembly. I like the wraparound Cycra Pro Brin center reach mount handguards, and I used the Flex handlebars kit that basically allows you to thread directly into the pivot point versus threading through it and grabbing it on the other side with a nut. So around those handguards, working back on this side, bulletproof designs, Radiator Guards. I've ran these on multiple bikes. I love them. They really are bulletproof. Best ones out there for sure. I just threw some grip donuts underneath the oil filler cap in the meantime, just to kind of keep dirt and grime from getting built up under there until I come up with another solution. I understand there's a company that makes a 3D printed spacer sleeve that goes in there. I'll look into that later. I always run a stabilizer, especially since I do a lot of desert stuff too, between the tech stuff. CPR stabilizer assembly with their sub mount and their billet triple clamp, which comes with this stabilizer. You have to run that if you're going to run a sub mount. What else? SXS skid guard, skid plate. I also did the KTM factory hard parts cylinder exhaust flange support. Bulletproof Designs throttle body protector. Went with the zip tie racing fuel filter, replace the stock one. So this has the internal piece and another filter element behind it. It's just easy because you can clean it and pull it apart easy. I like it. Dirt Tricks counter shaft sprocket washer, keeps it spraying so you don't start to lose that and get an oil leak from the counter shaft spacer O-ring. IMS core foot pegs, solid foot pegs, stainless steel. They're not going to bend. Definitely as easy as the stock steel ones. I replaced the stock frame guards with Chirby's frame guards, just a little taller, a little more protection. I like those. Also from bikegraphics.com, apart from the graphics themselves, which I think turned out really well, I added their motor shield, which is another layer on top of the graphics to help protect, you know, from your boots from wearing through the graphics. The graphics, by the way, are the matte version. They're not the high gloss, and they look really good for sure. A Chirby's plastic swing arm guards. I'm in the rock slot, so just trying to help protect my swing arm. Obviously, to help protect from breaking off my chain guide, I got the Bulletproof Designs chain guide support and the TM Design Works rear chain guide. Still running the stock chain and sprockets for now until I wear those out. Have the Bolt Industries rear axle quick adjuster blocks. Stay in place when you take the bike or the axle out of the wheel. It's nice. Something I didn't mention on the wheels is I run the Motion Pro light rim locks. Not for the weight, but I like the long, tall style, I guess we'll call it kind of tower nut, and then the beveled washer that really grabs the rim very evenly. So that's why I run those. Swapped out the wheels. I've been having really good luck and fun with the Tusk Recons. They're cheap and they work well. I'm really impressed with them. For the back, on the front, I'm running the Chinko fat tire. I ran one, it chunked off really bad on the side knobs. I got a good deal on it, so I thought I'd try it again because I'd heard that they had, I don't know how long ago, but a batch that chunked and they fixed the formula and it shouldn't chunk anymore. So either way, I'm going to run this again, see how it goes. Working to the back again. Running the FMF 2.1 Shorty silencer. Bulletproof Designs rear caliper guard. Bulletproof Designs rear disc guard. FMF fatty pipe with the E-line carbon fiber pipe guard. I like these type of guards. They've worked really well, and E-line fit this pipe very well. I ordered a couple and test fit them, and this one fit very snug. It was form fitted to this pipe for sure. Where other companies I know, if it comes close, they just leave it and there's gaps in there, which I don't like. Put a brake snake on for weeds and bushes that I tend to get into, get behind the brake pedal. RK Tech head, just upping the compression a bit, which that's something I typically like on most of my bikes. Trail Tech aftermarket fan. Since this bike doesn't come with a fan, I'm also running Evans waterless coolant for a coolant and a 2.0 bar radiator cap. Where I live and the type of riding I do, tend to get the bikes hot quick and it'll boil over, and I don't like losing my fluid even if I get them that hot. Got some grip donuts on with some Emig ODI lock-on grips, where I replace the stock ones with these. What else? I think that's mostly it for stuff that I added on. So I'm gonna go for the main ride right now. Check the suspension, which I'm sure is gonna be too soft for me. Sag should be pretty close for now. Give it a rake and ride, change oil, see what that's looking like. And adjust the suspension as best I can before I get a revalve, which I'm sure I'm gonna have to do. That's about it for now. I'm happy with it. Take care.